One impression I have upon me is that as we move into this new year, you have to choose one thing and commit to it. We've known you for several things, and if we are going to really make a mark, we cannot continue to jump from one exciting vocation to the other. If you say this is what you are doing, it's high time you committed to it. It's high time you dug a stake, down here and say, this is what I am doing. Build the flag around it. Allow it envelop your identity. If you have been doing whatever it is you are doing and you don't want to be called by that, you are a caterer and you don't want to be called by that name, you are a teacher and it doesn't appeal to you, you need to find something else. Because when I say commit, I mean be content and be happy with it being your identity. Be happy to own it as your identity. Declare for what you are doing. Declare for that business. If possible and where possible, shut out other things and let it own you. You need to, commitment is the word that comes to me. You need to commit to this thing that you have said you are doing. You need to allow us know you by it. You need to allow your identity get entangled in this thing that you are doing. I know we all say it. I also say that you are not what you do, but what you do is your representative. In that story about the virgins with the lamps, what you do, it's the lamp that carries everything. What you do is the body. When we see you, something comes to our mind, and it's unfair of you to keep asking us to stop stereotyping you. It's very unfair. Our brains need to categorize things to make it easier for our brains to function. We cannot see every individual thing and then try to make a decision based on that case by case representation. When we see you, we need to be able to say, oh, this looks like, and we put it into a classification and we move on to other things. Because we want it easy. Our brains try every time to make the work easy for us. And so, own what you do. Look like what you do. Dress like what you do. And you know what? Talk about what it is you do. Commit. There's a way we enter into several spaces and we are doing it just for the time being. Can that end in this 2023? Can you stop all that idea of just doing something just so time passes, or doing something but not committing, not wanting us to know? It's okay really when you are done with this phase and you think you want to move to another phase. It's okay really to start working up another identity. But as we go into 2024, can you allow what you do become you? Can you allow it own you? Can you dig a stake and say, this is what I want to be known for? And let that free you up to begin to throw your votes towards that particular thing regularly. The second thing I want to say as we go into 2024 is you need to find a way to develop some hunger. If you have decided on whatever it is you do, you need to find a way to make yourself hungry. I'm speaking particularly to all my 9-to-5ers, all the people who either you are married and hubby is able to, put things together. I need you to be a bit more desirous of more. I need you to get a little bit uncomfortable. And so you have to find things that induce hunger in you. When you open social media, I hope you are not just looking at the wrong things. I hope you are able to draw inspiration and not envy. I hope you are able to see somebody in your line of work or see another woman going at it and decide for something bigger. I hope you are able to find ways to induce hunger in your spirit, in your mind. I hope that when you pray, you are able to have something bigger indicted in your mind. And here is the catch. Fear is what sometimes tries to make us reduce it. Several times I see something, I am exposed to something, my mind grows, my spirit is enlarged because of it, and then I start trying to be realistic. That thing we call realistic, and then I start to shrink that big dream to the size of what I think is my reality. Can we not do that? And as I speak, I know how difficult it might be sometimes. So can you just pick up something, pick up a random book, pick up a random note in your device, and just write out that dream. Write it out and let it be. It's only you who gets to see it, right? Just write it out and let it be. Let there be witness that there was a time you thought you could do this, until you came back to planet Earth. And so let's allow ourselves dream. Let's allow ourselves, dreaming is free. Yes, it's when you wake up that you now have to start moving towards it. But dreaming is free. When we pray and we have those ideals that are coming up and popping up from our spirits, let's do God some respect. Let us respect God enough to write down some of those things, so that after we have finished in our delusion of reality, because just like you are thinking the big thing God said is a delusion, actually the real delusion is you in the smallness of what you can see, being focused on that so much that you cannot see the actual thing. So after you are done in your pseudo reality, maybe you can look back. Maybe something will happen that will drive you back to that thing you wrote. So let's dream. Let's think about it. Let's think about how to make those dreams happen, and let's just write it down, and then it will help guide our prayers. If you are able to commit to one thing in this coming year, if you are able to find out what that thing is, and even if you don't find out, whatever it is your hands are doing now, if you decide and commit to that one thing and do it and allow yourself to be known by that and stop hiding, if you can do that, if you can allow yourself to get hungry, actually really hungry, and devour books, devour messages, go out there in search of knowledge, and with the more you have to ingest, let it lead you to a search of more. If you can devour with hunger, and if you allow yourself to dream, let's come back by March 2024 and take stock. I think a lot will be different by that time. I'm already on it. See you on the other side.